Hey everyone, it's me Gavin, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be checking out the brand new trailer and special program for version 3.3 of Genshin Impact. Now I'm very optimistic. I'm hoping that there's going to be a lot of hype stuff introduced here. I already know a couple of the characters that are going to be introduced, but that is all I've actually been able to see. So fortunately for myself, I have not been spoiled on anything. But I am very hopeful that we get to see maybe the reintroduction of something like, I don't know, maybe Labyrinth Warriors or a couple of brand new outfits. I'm very hyped to see what kind of information's in this. So with that being said, if you guys are new here, I please encourage you to give the video a thumbs up. Also consider subscribing to the channel. Really appreciate it. Now, let's dive into it.
A friendly word of advice. Test of Courage events tend to give rise to a variety of strange rumors and stories.
Inazuma again? Possibly?
So please, be sure to exercise caution.
How was that?
Were you scared?
Hello, Ito. Goro.
So, is there really a ghost
Yoimiya. I'm guessing there's probably going to be some involvement in Hutao or something, right?
It's staring right at
All
us.
the ghosts and everything.
Are you talking to me?
Okay.
Jester,
Tatare!
I've completed the task you gave me.
From this day forth, Balladeer and Kabukimono will cease to exist.
Casting aside
Did
the
you
name.
really think you would be able to see through my plan?
Dottore.
Oh man, this is gonna be good.
Dottore! In that case, I'll take some time for myself now.
Oh shit! Wanderer. Dude, he looks so good. Not gonna lie, I do actually prefer this color scheme.
Dare to gaze upon me?
And the fact that he's animo? Like, what? Dude, he looks so sick. He's gotta be a must-have unit.
Dare to mess with me?
Dude, she is beautiful. What a fantastic character design.
Too late for regret.
I love her hair,
His gift.
the outfit. Very reminiscent of, like, other characters.
Scaramouche.
Just gonna put that
The
out there.
mere fact of your utility does not
But I
make
dig
you
it.
indestructible.
All senses clear, all existence void.
Here's a little preview from the quest.
Alright.
We ran into two people at the academia today talking about an essay. Turns out their topic was about the Tatarasuna incident.
Tatarasuna.
It sounded like lots of Tatarasuna's history is still unexplained. And most of the information we have now is just from people filling the gaps with their imagination. At least that's what they thought.
Okay.
Well, they guessed right about one thing. Tatarasuna was sabotaged.
Well, I'm interested, I'm not gonna lie.
Pretty rad.
But the Wanderer is
Yes.
also going to be a new playable character in
Yes.
version 3.3. So let's talk about that.
Oh my
I'm sure
god.
many of our viewers are curious about his talents.
Heck yeah, sure thing. Let's have a look at the Wanderer in combat.
So strange. I don't
There's
think
no
anybody's
need
gonna
to
call him
exchange
Wanderer, right?
pleasantries. It's rather pathetic to force a conversation just to occupy silence.
Let's see what your uses
wind
are in
rises.
combat. Looks ranged. Okay. Okay.
Bow your head.
Dude. That animation. He looks so sinister when he's casting it. And then the tease
right,
for the
Patrick,
taunt.
you're
Like,
up.
what?
Help
Idle
introduce the
animation, I'm
Wanderer
guessing?
for us.
Sure thing. The Wanderer is a catalyst user and has
Okay.
an animo vision.
This
so
is
he
something
uses
we
wind
don't
blades
really
to
have
perform
right now.
Ranged normal attacks.
Well, I mean,
Wait
you
a
know,
second.
obviously we got
Not
Sucrose, but I mean,
the
like,
same as the Traveler's
good.
Windblade, though.
Okay.
like
So,
really
as everyone
good.
probably
I'm
already
guessing.
noticed, the Wanderer can hover in the air when
Holy
he casts his
shit!
elemental skill. Upon using his elemental
Dude,
skill,
that is so
he will first
cool!
deal
Oh
AoE
my
damage
god,
before
that is
leaping into the
cool!
air and entering a hovering state. So,
Oh,
while
that is
hovering,
so
the
damn
Wanderer's
sick.
normal and charge attacks
Think
will be
about how
converted
much
into
that can be
Kugo,
used for
Ushidon,
traversal.
and Kugu Tofukai, respectively. the damage they deal and their AoE will be increased.
Dude, that is
Their
so
damage
sick.
will
I
be
gotta
considered
have him.
normal and charge attack damage, respectively. Also, Kugutofukai will not consume stamina, and he can remain hovering for a certain duration.
What? Like, what? Oh my god, dude.
I know,
That
I
is
know, right?
amazing.
But he can't stay hovering forever. While hovering, the Wanderer constantly consumes Kuguryoku points to maintain his hovering state, which is the blue meter you see on the screen.
Okay.
Even if he doesn't move or attack, hovering will still consume Kuguryoku points.
So how do we recharge it?
So this mechanic works a little differently than our typical stamina meter. There are many possible actions the Wanderer can perform while hovering in the air, which all rely on Kuguryoku points rather than stamina.
So the more
So,
that he
for
attacks
example,
while airborne,
sprinting
the more
mid-air
it
will
depletes the
consume
meter.
Additional Kuguryoku points to accelerate midair, and holding the sprint button will cause persistent point consumption to maintain speed.
Okay.
So this effect will replace his default sprint. Jumping expends extra Kuguryoku points to increase hovering height. Holding jump will cause
Holy shit!
persistent Kuguryoku point
Holy
consumption
shit,
to
we can
keep increasing
fly!
hovering height. Of course,
My god, that
running
is
out of
so
points
damn
will
cool.
end his hovering state.
Oh, okay.
If that
so
doesn't convince you to
travelers
pull
need
for him, then I
plan
don't
their
know what
actions
will.
while
Are you like what?
Exactly. So with his talent, Jade Claim Flower, when casting his elemental skill, if it contacts Hydro, Pyro, Cryo, or Electro, that instance of the skill will receive a corresponding buff effect depending on which element was contacted.
Okay.
So for example, increasing his Kuguryoku points cap, attack, crit rate, or restoring a set amount of energy upon hitting opponents with a normal or charged attack. The Wanderer can have up to 2 different kinds of these buffs simultaneously.
That's pretty sick.
Look, check
That's
that
the,
out. Part of
that
the
can be
halo behind
really
him
damn
changes
broken.
color depending on the buffs you get. So travelers will be able to easily understand what effects the Wanderer currently has.
I like
Perfect.
that. It's helpful and still looks really cool.
That can be really
so after
broken.
unlocking another talent, Gales of Reverie, when the Wanderer is in the hovering state, if his normal or charged attack hits an enemy, there is a set chance to gain another buff effect,
What?
allowing him to sprint
Oh my
midair
God.
without consuming Kuguryoku points. Additionally,
He's gonna be
this buff effect will
crazy for
fire wind
support.
arrows to attack the enemy.
Ooh.
Oh, dope. I'm sure extra buff effects
And he
like that will
feels
go a
like he's
long
gonna
way
be
for
really
players
like
when they're
DPS heavy as
Yeah,
well.
for sure. And if
Very
you notice,
versatile.
There's a colorful aura of light around his body to indicate when that buff effect is triggered.
I saw that.
That's pretty cool. I love all the
Dude, he's
detail they put
looking
into
like
the
one
Wanderer.
of the more
All right, this
broken
brings us
characters
to
in the game
Wanderer's
for sure.
Elemental burst.
Yay!
I
So,
love that
check this
animation.
out.
His
Upon
face, man.
unleashing his burst,
It's just
he
like,
compresses
yeah,
the atmosphere
get
and
wrecked.
stomps it down toward
Get
the enemy.
wrecked.
So travelers should note that if the Wanderer is in a hovering state when he unleashes his burst, then the hovering state will end and he will begin descending after the burst is completed.
Okay.
This stomping animation is a little aggressive.
Yeah, but it's cool.
I know, and it actually suits his character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't help but agree.
I like it, man. I like it a lot.
Let's not forget about the exploration talent.
Ah, yes. This is an interesting one. The Wanderer can decrease the Mora required when ascending bows and catalysts.
Hey, now, you can never
Okay.
complain about saving Mora. Am I right?
Okay,
Huh?
that's
All right.
true.
We'll take
All right,
it,
now
I
that
guess.
we've seen the Wanderer, let's move on to the next new character. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Yay!
All right.
What did you say? Oh, I'm old now, so every other phrase escapes my ears. Try
How
calling
old is
me
she?
Madam Faruzan, and I'll see if I can pick that up.
Dude, her dress.
Hmm.
The character I was saying that she's similar to, in my opinion, she kind of reminds me of like Grisio or something from Honkai Impact 3. Just getting those vibes from her. Don't know
What is it
why,
that you would like to learn more about? Different forms of pressure-based puzzle mechanisms?
but she looks
The
incredible.
layer design of elemental monuments? Huh. Wait. Did you forget to call me Madam Faruzan just now when you asked your question? Whoa! What?
She's
There's
stern.
nothing wrong with being afraid of thunder, even at an older age.
Oh, she sounds
gosh.
sassy.
Yeah, and smart too.
I like it.
You seem to take a look at Faruzan's abilities in combat.
Let's do it.
All right.
Fight, fight, fight.
What is she gonna bring to the table?
100 years have passed, yet there hasn't been any change to those dumb rules at the academia.
True.
Dare to mess with me?
That's really cool looking.
in with this gift.
Okay. So it's kind of like an assist.
All the geometric shapes when she's playing. Did you guys see that?
Yes, there's so much geometry.
Strange how it changed from
so
attacking
cool.
one of the shrooms
So
to the other one.
Faruzan is an animo character, and she wields a bow as her weapon. Her normal attacks are the usual bow attacks you'd expect from a bow user, so there's not too much to say about that.
Right.
But her skills are where things get interesting. Her elemental skill deploys a polyhedron that deals damage to enemies. After
Seems like
using
it was
her skill,
twofold.
Her next aimed shot will become a special attack that creates a vortex, pulling nearby objects and opponents in.
All right.
Nice. So she can clump enemies together.
And there's also another
So
thing
she's a
about her
ranged
special attack
vacuum.
attack. It will create a vortex effect at its point of impact. And if the attack hits an enemy or ally member, it'll apply a mark and create a vortex after a short delay.
Okay, that's cool.
So
Useful.
it looks like there will be a lot of potential uses for this attack. Travelers will have to experiment with it and see what they come up with.
Yeah, I think it'd be amazing to try hitting teammates with the arrow in co-op mode and have them charge into the enemies to group them all together. I'll have to see who wants to try that with me.
That'd be
After
pretty sick,
unlocking the
not gonna
talent
lie.
Impetuous Flow, the time required for fully charging Faruzan's next shot will be reduced, and the arrow will reduce the target enemy's animo resistance. In her
Shred.
elemental burst,
Nice.
she deploys a dazzling polyhedron and releases a whirlwind pulse. Throughout its duration, the dazzling polyhedron will continuously move along a triangular path.
Oh, okay,
Once
so it
reaches
didn't
each corner of
specifically
that
move from
triangular
one
path,
enemy to
it
the
will
other.
unleash one more whirlwind
It has a
pulse.
set path.
1 minute she's here, the next she's polygon.
That's interesting.
For 100 years.
It's kind of really going to be useful in Spiral Abyss from what I can tell. Because usually the enemies are grouped in a way that you can't really like get all of them clumped together.
Anyway, let's hear what effects these whirlwind pulses have.
Unless you, like,
When the
bait them
whirlwind
to like
pulse
one
hits
corner or
opponents,
something
it will
and then you
decrease
shoot
their
them,
animo
but
resistance. It will
I can
also
see a use
apply
for
an
this.
animo damage buff effect to all nearby party members when it's unleashed. Travelers should note that the effective range of this buff is quite large, and it's not just within the whirlwind pulse itself, so there's no need to go chasing the polyhedron.
alright.
After unlocking her talent, Lost Wisdom of the Seven Caverns, when a team member uses normal, charged, or plunging attacks, elemental skills, or elemental bursts to deal animo damage to an enemy, the damage will increase based on Faruzan's base attack.
Okay,
This
so
effect can only be
essentially if you do
triggered
an
once
attack,
for
your
a
damage is
certain
going to
duration of
increase.
time.
So it seems she'll be the solid support.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah,
And
she
as
seems
a
really neat.
researcher of mechanics and puzzles, Faruzan has taken it upon herself to explore many ruins, with her travels taking her all across Sumeru.
Very
Her
useful,
exploration
especially if
talent
you don't
reflects
have somebody like
and
Venti
she
or whatever
gained
already,
more
right?
rewards when
Or if you
dispatched
don't
on a
have like
Sumeru
Sucrose
expedition
or
for 20
any kind of
hours.
ranged
I'm sure
animal
no other
unit.
mentor in Haravatat has 100 years of experience in solving puzzles.
Yeah, I gotta say, that's
That's
pretty
really neat.
hard
I'm
to
glad
beat.
that they went this route with all of
So,
her
the big question
abilities.
is, when can travelers expect to get these new characters?
That is a good question. Let's talk about the upcoming event wishes.
Oh boy, here
In
we
the
go.
early part of version 3.3, the
Alright,
Wanderer and
Arataki Ito
will be
rerun. A
available
lot of people are
via
going to be
their own
happy about
event
that,
wishes.
myself included.
Faruzan will also be making her debut in these event wishes. In the later part of version 3.3,
Yes!
we'll be seeing rerun
See,
event
now
wishes
that's
for
some
both
great
the Raiden
reruns right
Shogun
there.
and Kamisato
Raiden Shogun
Ayato.
and
And
Ayato.
last but not
Hell
least,
yes.
the new 5-star catalyst, Tule Tula's Remembrance, will be appearing in a new weapon event wish.
It's a different
And that's
design for
not all.
Catalyst. It's
In
kind of
version
lame in my opinion, but I mean, it's cool.
2 brand new
You
artifact
know, if you're
series
into bells and
will become
stuff.
available. So travelers
got
should
all
be
the
sure to
bells
check
and
out the
whistles.
corresponding domain.
Woo! More
See that part on top of it? That's the whistle.
Alright.
I hope travelers will have fun experimenting and trying new combinations. with
Okay, Animo
Yeah.
set
Okay,
and Elemental
We've already
Mastery
talked about
set.
a ton of new content, so why don't we take a quick
Man, we've
break
got
with
a
another
lot
redemption code?
of Animo
Sounds good.
base
Roll out
sets
the
in the
code.
game so far.
Woo!
We've already mentioned the Test of Courage event, and I'm sure
Holy
many of
shit,
you were wondering
it's an
about
umbrella
that, so
sword.
let's start there.
Aha! You must be here to participate in the Test of Courage.
The Test of
I can already
Courage.
see a dark aura surrounding the two of you. If you carelessly go running into the event, all it'll take is one little misstep, and the darkness will swallow you up. Some
Cool, man.
strange and unusual things may occur along the way. If you ever feel you can't handle it, you may withdraw from the event at any time. This is your last chance. I'll count it down. 3,
What was that eye?
2,
Was that a
1.
flower over her
Welcome
eye?
to the Test of Courage. enter at your own risk.
Because if that's the case, I feel like that's a stolen design.
Pretty interesting.
Kind of remind me of Drakengard, not gonna lie.
It is a test of courage, so I'm sure there'll be some scary stuff going on there.
I highly doubt that's gonna be anything scary,
To
but
successfully clear
you
this
know,
event, we'll be facing a series of little tests.
crowns,
What's
right,
this?
and
Tests,
primo
you
gems.
say?
Yes,
So,
that's right. Word has
it's
it
always
that
a
if you
plus.
walk around the test of courage, you might find yourself encountering a special sort of game. We've already got the rules down, so I'll do a quick introduction.
All right,
Basically, travelers will have to control
Tetris?
a bouncing bar to bounce a ball and
Or-
use skill ball effects
Oh
to
my
break
God,
as
what is
many
this
bricks
game
as
called?
possible.
Okay.
oh my God, this is like from forever ago.
During the game, travelers will be able to trigger elemental
Oh my
reactions
God,
to
man, I
break bricks
remember
more
the name of
effectively.
this game. It was like an old
Nice.
NES game.
It even has elemental reactions.
Yeah.
What
we
the
can
hell is it
control
called?
the
It's
character to
obviously
move
it's not
the ball.
Pong.
When the character we're using is either pyro,
something
hydro,
in
cryo,
Thunder?
or electro, the corresponding
freaking
element
remember.
will be applied to the bar.
But it reminds
switching
me
characters, you can
of a
change the
very
elements of the
old
bar.
game from my childhood.
Okay, all the pieces are falling in place now. The bar can infuse a certain element, and the blocks also have their
Dude,
own elements. So
this is a
causing
cool-ass
skill ball of
minigame.
one element to hit blocks of different elements.
This is
will
the kind
trigger
of stuff that I
elemental
really
reactions.
enjoy.
That I do.
Especially
Yep,
when
you
it's like a
nailed it.
throwback,
The
right?
bar will add
Old
the
people
element
like me.
corresponding to your character. Besides triggering
Man, I really wish I
reactions
could
the way you
remember
just
the name of
mentioned,
this game.
if a skill ball is already infused by an element and it hits the bar, it will also trigger a reaction, causing the skill ball to have some additional effects.
All right. Oh,
When
whoa.
preparing
Okay,
your
so
team,
you can shoot
equip
additional
modifiers to
bullets.
receive various buff effects, which will help you successfully clear the challenge.
Oh, nice.
This is sick.
Also, when there are less than a
What a
certain
great
amount of
event.
bricks on the board, and the ball lands another hit, the bar will unleash fireworks.
Oh, fireworks, not
Travelers
bullets.
can utilize this effect to break some bricks
You know,
that would normally be difficult
Of
to
course,
hit
couldn't be
directly.
bullets.
It's like a bonus attack.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet.
So, travelers will need to select characters of the right elements, equip the appropriate modifiers, and
Oh,
use
it changes
different
based upon the
elemental
character
reactions
that
to
you're
break
using.
bricks
I
and
am
score more
completely
points.
blind
And
and
then
did not see
travelers
that.
will be able to use their points to exchange for
Okay, that's
rewards in the
cool.
event shop, correct?
That's right. Also, travelers will have the option of teaming up and playing the event together in co-op mode.
Sick.
Oh, looks like a lot of fun.
Hell
Yeah,
yes.
super fun.
Yeah, in addition to this minigame, the Test of Courage storyline will also contain more challenges. Travelers will even have a chance
Just a little
to meet
sneak
with some
peek,
good
that's all.
friends again, so be sure to check out this new event.
Man, I got a feeling that
All right,
Hu-Tao's gonna be in there
let's move
somewhere.
on to our next event.
Okay, so next up, we have a race event called Across the Wilderness. Your objective, collecting balloons.
Woo!
Across the
I don't know,
wilderness.
Seems like the Wanderer's abilities might come in real handy here.
Yeah,
know, right?
sick. That'd
So,
be awesome.
In this event, each stage
Holy
will
crap,
have
what an
wilderness
incentive.
balloons
You can
scattered
get
all around.
enough for
Travelers
probably
will need to find as
5
many
pulls
wilderness balloons
in
as possible
rewards
within the time limit to earn
if you're lucky
increasingly
enough
better
to pull the
rewards.
Wanderer.
So during the challenge, travelers will be able to utilize
Or,
their
you know, you could
character's
just not
skills and
really
talents.
rely on him and
So,
play with
it'll
the
be
characters you
important to
currently already
assemble
have
the
because
right
it's
team
probably not going to be that
depending on the
difficult in order
traits
to
and terrain
obtain all the
of the
rewards, that,
challenge area.
at least the primo gems
interesting.
from this
Yeah,
event
so
anyways.
travelers can
So,
also use something called the Wilderness Compass to obtain various buffs, which include enhanced jumping capabilities, increased movement speed, or unlimited stamina,
don't
etc.
think you really need to be
However,
flying
you can
around.
only claim one buff during each challenge.
That's all I'm saying.
You must consume blessed energy to use the compass and gain the selected buff. You may charge the compass up by finding wilderness balloons or interacting with blessed energy in the challenge. Or you can always wait for the compass to passively charge over time.
Yo, this
So
event
collect
looks pretty
balloons, use the
crazy.
ability-
It's almost like watching parkour.
You know,
Yeah, there are 2 different kinds of wilderness balloons in these challenges. The first is harvest balloons, which will
Harvest
increase the overall
balloons!
progress of your search for wilderness balloons. The other kind is sonar balloons, which will cause several harvest balloons to appear around you for a set amount of time.
That's awesome.
So there will be 5 stages available for this event, and travelers will need to consider the conditions and terrain of each stage to come up with the best way to complete it.
That's a
Also,
lot of balloons.
Travelers may team up in co-op mode for challenges.
Ooh,
And they're
more
making
chances to
everything
play
co-op, so
together.
that's
I love it.
cool.
Yeah, same.
Appreciated.
Okay, let's move on to our next event.
Everyone's favorite game of hide and seek is back.
Oh,
with the
shit!
Windtrace event. And of
PvP's
course, it's going to
returning!
be another
Hell
co-op
yes.
event, and I, for one, am super
Dude, I
excited for it.
love Windtrace
Nothing like a
so
good
much.
co-op.
Good
many
choice.
Of you might already be familiar
Good
with this event by
choice.
now, but there have been a few changes. Let me introduce what
Okay,
travelers
let's see
can
the
expect to
revisions.
see this time around. We can probably skip some of the basics this time. You know, players either hide or seek. And
Or-
then...
Okay, wait a second. There actually
Maneuver
might be
yourself
some
up
new
in a corner of
travelers
a
out there who've
building
never seen this
and
event
wait
before.
until
So,
everybody
why don't
just
you start
completely
with some of the
passes you
basics?
by.
Right, good point. Okay,
Or hide
let's
on
start
top
at the
of a
beginning.
windmill
This is a game
where nobody
with
can
a
reach
long
you
history in Monster.
before you can fly
Travelers
away
will
from
be
them.
split into two different sides, the rebels and the hunter. You will need to use skills and master the art of hiding or chasing down others to win this event.
Yep.
The goal
I thought
of
we were
the
gonna skip the
hunter is to
basics.
capture all the rebels, while the rebels run or use other means to keep themselves from getting caught by the hunter.
Okay, that's straightforward enough. So
The
what else
first
you got for
time
us?
I tried turning into
some
a
travelers
scarecrow,
may remember playing as
I
the
got caught
rebels and getting
immediately.
caught early in the game. Once that
But
would
that was
happen, all
before
you could
they
do was
introduced the
spectate
whole,
and
like,
watch the rest
veil
as the others continue playing.
over the
But
person that's, you
this
know,
time around,
trying to catch
once you're
everybody.
caught, you'll still
So
be able
I'm
to
pretty
participate in the
certain
match,
that
even
when
in
I
observer
ran
mode.
away,
Ooh.
the person that was
Yeah, it's
looking
pretty
at
cool.
me
Once you're in observer mode, you can't be
saw me
seen
turn
by
into
other
a
players
scarecrow.
and will receive the illusory beacon
So
skill.
it's kind of on me, I
This
guess.
skill will allow you to place a random beacon to confuse the hunter. If your beacon
A
successfully
decoy.
tricks the hunter and is destroyed, then the hunter will suffer an obscured vision effect.
So, even after you've been captured, you can be like a little ghost, trying to help your teammates by disrupting the hunter.
Yeah.
That's pretty fun. And at least you won't have to sit there and just watch the rest of the match anymore.
Yeah, that's neat.
Exactly, but what does the hunter get this time? I mean, we gotta keep it fair.
Massive buff.
Some new windward
Massive
arts
buff.
have been added
Guaranteed.
for both the hunter
Massive
and
buff.
the rebels. The hunter will now be able to use the hunter's net. This net can be thrown and will remove any rebel disguises within its range, and will notify the hunter that a rebel was detected. If a beacon is caught in the net, it will be destroyed, and the hunter will not suffer from obscured vision.
Nice.
Okay.
So, I guess if you love
So you can
playing
literally
hunter,
just
you'll
go around
probably love
tossing
this.
webs like
Oh, yeah,
Spider-Man.
you definitely should.
Ma'am.
The skill Rebel
Yeah, that's right,
used in
Spider-Man.
previous versions of the game to
That's the
place
new version of
beacons
Spider-Man.
now only be used by players in
You can
observer
run around tossing them.
However, the rebels will
Willy-nilly,
be able to
I'm
use
guessing
an
there's probably not
all-new
much of a cooldown on it.
Concealing beacon skill. This skill will allow you to deploy a beacon for a set duration and remain invisible while you're around that beacon. All players, including your rebel teammates, will be unable to see you while you're invisible. If the concealing beacon is destroyed by the hunter, then the hunter will have their vision obscured for a short time. Sounds
Okay.
pretty fun, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a
so
couple
even
of
if you end
interesting
up being
changes, I'm not
captured by
gonna
the
lie.
hunter at the
It'll
start of the game,
definitely
you'll still be
spice
able
up the
to
gameplay a
participate
little
and
bit for
assist your
sure.
teammates. And
I am
did I
very
mention
excited
hero gems and other
to play some more
rewards?
Windtrace.
The good stuff. So be sure to check it out.
Oh, that's awesome. Seriously, I can't wait to play with friends. Okay, our next event is a combat-based event.
Please be
Time for
Labyrinth
some
Warriors.
combat.
Please be Labyrinth Warriors.
In a
Please be
forbidden
Labyrinth
place
Warriors.
warded by dust and sand.
Misty Dungeon. Okay, well,
Mysterious
I'll
foes
take
have
it.
Assembled lines of
I'll take it.
fortifications to stop your coming.
This is good. This is a good event. I'm glad to see it return.
That's right, a new edition
I like
of
it.
Misty Dungeon will arrive in version 3.3. Stoked.
Hell yes.
But this time around, there will be a total of 7 trials with different themes awaiting you in the Misty Dungeon.
Okay.
Each has a different leyline disorder, and travelers will have to adjust their teams according to the disorder's effects
Right.
and the distribution of enemies. There will also be trial characters for you to select from as well.
Which again,
After
very much
entering the
appreciated.
domain,
Allows you to
travelers will need
experiment,
go and
especially if you
complete
don't
3
have the
challenges
characters.
to collect ancient runes. After collecting power from 3 ancient runes, we can power up the control array and proceed to the final challenge.
All right.
Also, throughout the trial, additional benediction mechanisms and challenges will appear.
Right.
Travelers
So you can
may
get some
choose to interact with
buffs to
these
help you along the
increase
way.
leyline disorder's effects or revive and heal your team.
Hell yes.
If it were up to me, I'd say just go for all the challenges.
I know, but travelers should keep in mind that the challenge objective for each trial might be different. So be sure to check the objective and aim for that while proceeding. In
I like
terms
it.
of
I'm digging
rewards,
it.
Travelers can look forward to winning Primo Gems and other various prizes. Yes.
Ooh, I
They've
like
been killing it
prizes.
with these events, I'm
and
not gonna
last
lie.
but not least, Version 3.3 will also
Yeah,
have
leyline overflow, the
events.
best event that
Travelers
possibly
can
can
look forward
happen.
to saving their resin and earning
Oh
more
yeah,
and
my
experience
favorite.
books.
I love double
Awesome. That'll be
rewards.
great for all the travelers out there still leveling up all their new
That's
characters.
the cherry on top,
And
right
even
there.
if you don't
Leyline
need those
overflow.
resources now, it's always good to stock up and have more on hand. Am I right?
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
So,
lie.
travelers
I do
looking to upgrade
do
their
it every single
characters
time it's
won't
available,
wanna
but
miss this.
Yeah, I mean, this is all
I'm
good
still
stuff.
gonna go
In
back to
addition
say
the
it,
new
man.
version's limited time events,
I really
version
feel
3.3 will also be
like it
adding
should
a new
be
permanent game mode called
something that
Genius
always happens on the
Invocation
weekends.
TCG.
Genius Invocation
Just gonna put that out there.
But before we get into that, let's take another quick break and enjoy
But
a
I want to
redemption
see the
code.
card game.
Yay! Next, we'll introduce this card game that's been taking to bat by
All
storm.
right, card game,
In the
card
version
game, card
3.1
game. Let's
special
go.
program, we
What's it
already
gonna be
revealed that
similar
Genius
to? Because I have a lot of
Invocation
things to draw
TCG will be a card game
comparisons
where we can
from.
challenge various characters and NPCs or battle against your friends. But there is
Is it
actually
gonna be
a
like Triple
legend
Triad?
behind this game. It is said that a young guy in Sumeru found an ancient
Is it gonna be
casket of
like
tomes
Hearthstone?
in the attic. He opened it and discovered that the soul of an ancient TCG player called the Crocodile King had been captured inside.
What a name.
It turns out that the Crocodile King was King Deshret's viceroy, who battled an opponent named the Ibis King. During the match,
Ibis King.
the Crocodile King fell prey to his opponent.
Kind of similar to
and was
Ilbis.
sealed
Is it
away
gonna be
in the
like
casket of
the
tomes.
card game from Maple Story, possibly?
Game over.
After being unexpectedly released by the kid, the
Talk
Crocodile
about card
King
games.
possessed
Stop
his
talking
head
about the lore
and
surrounding it,
helps him
please.
to
Come on, show
gradually
me.
climb the
I wanna
ranks
play
to
it.
becoming a
know
legendary
how to play
TCG
it.
player.
Nice. Hang on, is it just me, or does that kind of sound like the plot to a light novel or something?
You're right.
Sounds like the plot to a
It turns out
fanfic.
that Yai Publishing House
Just
is
gonna put that
about
out
to
there.
release a hit light novel series based on Genius Invocation TCG.
Okay, now this is starting to
All
sound
right,
like a
come
plug for
on.
Yai Publishing House.
Maybe. But anyway, that's the legend on how
Let's
Genius
see
Invocation
and
TCG
judge
came to be.
how the longevity
Though
of this
it's
game is
probably
gonna be.
just a story they came up with for marketing the game.
So while you were telling us about the story, I was over here researching the rules to the game.
All right, let's go.
Basically, Genius Invocation TCG is a game where you use a constructed deck of cards to duel against an opponent.
All
The
right.
objective is to defeat all of your opponent's character
3 cards.
That's right.
Also,
Okay.
there are many features and mechanics in the game that resonate with Genshin Impact's
Dude,
gameplay.
I like the
so it
animations
shouldn't be
on
too hard
that.
for players to get the hang of.
Right, I even saw some elemental reactions in the gameplay.
Yup,
Dude,
a
those are
constructed deck
so
must
damn cool
contain character
looking.
cards. And as you might expect, these character cards have a normal attack, an elemental skill, and an elemental burst.
All right.
So when a character card deals elemental damage to an enemy, it will cause them to be affected by that element. Then you can switch to a character card of a different element and use their abilities to trigger an elemental
That's neat.
reaction.
I like
Did you
it.
guys
That
notice that there are even
honestly
monster character
introduces
cards? Can we
some
even
sort
make
of
a deck
strategy
like,
to the game.
Just the monsters from the game?
You're really getting into this, Max.
Heck yeah, I am. I like card games.
Who doesn't?
I feel
So
like
in
this is
Genius
really
Invocation
going to be
TCG,
something that's going to be
all
a
actions require
very
you to spend elemental
long-lived
dice.
game.
Each round, both you
There's a
and your
lot of
opponent will roll
depth
8
put into
elemental
this.
dice. Each of these elemental dice can have any one of 8 elemental attributes.
Hold on, but there's only 7 elements in the world of Teyvat.
You're right. So in addition to the 7 standard elements, there's also one called the Omni element.
Is that
The
foreshadowing?
elemental dice required for a character card to perform an action correspond to the character's element. So, for example,
Is there
a
gonna be an
Pyro
Omni
character
element
like
at some
Elu
point?
needs either Pyro or Omni elemental dice to perform an action. Clear now?
Yep, crystal clear.
So
Also,
it's essentially
elemental
like a
dice
resource
can
like
be used
mana.
to switch characters or play a variety of other cards, such as equipment cards, event cards, and support cards. All these
Okay.
cards create the potential for a variety of strategies.
Right. While playing Genius
All
Invocation
right, man.
TCG, travelers
That's
can earn
neat.
player experience.
Again, it
which
seems
will
like it's going to be
increase your
really
player
in depth.
level.
So there's going to be
As
a
your
lot
level
of stuff that
increases,
you're going to be able
you'll
to
be
like
able to challenge
go in and
more
research
characters
and
NPCs.
to use
By
strategize
completing
in order to
challenges,
win these
you may
matches
earn
against
lucky
other
coins,
players
new cards,
or the
other
NPCs, of
rewards.
course.
Lucky coins
I
can
wanna
be
play against a lot of
exchanged
people.
in the event shop for cards.
Holy
Or
shit!
can even unlock dynamic skins for certain cards.
Okay!
Dynamic skins? Those are cards that have moving illustrations.
Dude,
right?
that's
That's
so
right.
damn
All
cool,
character
man.
cards can unlock
I have
a
to have them
dynamic
all.
Skin. After unlocking that,
gotta have
there'll
it.
even be a cool bonus animation whenever you cast that character's
That is
elemental
so damn
And
awesome.
if you're confident in your TCG skills, you can also invite a friend to duel. After
Yes.
reaching a high enough player
Yes.
level, you'll even unlock a matchmaking mode. So
This
be
is
sure to give it a try.
exactly what we
Travelers
need.
should note that playing against your friends or other travelers won't
You can
count
waste
towards any
so
leaderboard
many
or provide
hours
any rewards.
playing something
So
like
you
this.
can relax. It's all just for fun.
This is
Okay,
content.
That's everything we have for Genius Invocation TCG, and that brings us to the end of today's special program.
Aw.
So, what did you think?
I'm excited for it. I honestly can't wait to play a couple matches.
So much that this version has to offer.
Yeah, I can't even take it all in right now. I'm just super stoked
This
to
is
be part
quite
of this.
possibly one of the
I
best
think
version
I just
updates
gained some Kuguryoku
in a
points
very
for
long
stealing something.
time. Holy shit, there's so
the new
much.
characters
And it's
look
all
cool.
good.
I know, what about Scaramouche hovering? Like, that's insane.
I know, that's
It's so
awesome.
sick.
That's
It's
super
so
dope.
sick.
That's awesome, and I can.
Both characters being introduced are incredible. The storyline's gonna be really damn sick. I already know it.
This was so
I'm really
fun.
intrigued to
I'm
see
really
how
glad
everything's
that
gonna
we got to do
unfold
the
with,
special
like,
program together.
Scaramouche
happy I got
casting
to come
aside the
back
name and
for another
everything.
special
I
program.
want to see how
This is
everything
my
unfolds.
third
I want
time
to play
being on
his
one of
character
these, and
quests.
I can't
I
wait to
just,
get
I want to do everything in
I'm
this
so
patch.
happy.
It's gonna be
This is
nuts.
my first one, so thank you for
Hell
having me.
yes.
Doesn't it feel good?
Hell yes.
Doesn't it feel
So
good to
honored
feel
to be here.
special?
Seriously, I'm
Do
just
you
like-
feel special?
I really do. Thank you.
Well,
Good job.
I think this is the end of our special program. So I hope everyone enjoyed it, and we'll see you in game. Okay, bye.
I am down, dude. I can't
Bye,
wait.
everyone.
Holy shit.
See you later!
All right, well, I guess that's gonna do it for the reaction. I know it's a little bit of a lengthy one, but thank you guys very much for watching, man. I am extremely excited for 3.3 now. Honestly, again, like I just mentioned, I think that this is quite potentially the best patch that we've gotten quite possibly ever. I'm really damn excited to check out Genius Invocation. I gotta have all the cards. I gotta have all the animations. I've gotta play against everybody. I gotta play against you. I gotta win. I gotta have the new characters. And I am very excited to do all the events yet again. I think it's incredible. Hats off to Hoyoverse for knocking this one out of the park. Very much needed, again, to generate some more hype for the game, because it feels like it hit a little bit of a lull, like recently and everything, in my opinion. I don't know. But anyways, let me know your own thoughts about the patch down in the comments below, because I really want to talk about all of this stuff. Again, my apologies for like the lack of uploads recently and everything. We've been dealing again with this ongoing like flu or cold or whatever you want to call it, and my poor kids are upstairs suffering and all that stuff, but I'm gonna go tend to them. Again, let's talk down in the comments below, and if you haven't already, please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and also consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you. I will see you all for the next one. Take care. Peace.